Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Infallible, episode 8, right? It's 8, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Episode 8.
That's a
Today we're
good
doing...
sign.
Wait, what?
That's a good sign. We're losing track of the numbers. That's a good sign.
Exactly, we're so far ahead that we can't even refer back to... We can't even go onto our YouTube channel to check because we're that far ahead. That we've only reached episode 4 at this point on the channel. So yeah, today we're doing money. And it's been how long has it been? 2 weeks since we last recorded?
Oh yeah, because I had mad COVID in it.
Yeah, you
COVID
got the
positive.
coronavirus, and
Yeah, Rona.
in terms of updates, at the current moment, we've got 2 more members in Infallible. They don't come to speak all the time. That's not like a requirement. But we've got 2 more members. You might remember Solomon's part of it, and Anil, our original recorder man, is also part of our group now, just as an extra thing. So shouts to them. They're part of the Infallible group.
They're working behind the scenes.
They're behind the scenes, yeah. So soon enough, we'll start having at the time we don't have it yet, but by the time we reach this episode, hopefully we'll have shorts ready, and we'll also have what's it called? We'll have shorts ready, and we'll have the other platforms like SoundCloud and Spotify ready as well.
Okay.
All right, cool. So we're recording this on the Sunday, the 10th of October, just as an FYI. And then without the way, let's talk about Nitbag news. So Squid Game, it's become real popular recently. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. How'd you find it?
It was good. It was good. It's just slightly overhyped, and I feel like the concept has been done before.
Really? I mean, I feel like the concept of death games has been done, but the fact that they're children's games, I feel like that's a new thing I've never seen before. Apparently, a lot of people are comparing it to a show.
Yeah. Okay, wait, spoilers. Yeah.
Oh, no, we can't. Are we gonna do spoil? Okay, I'm gonna put a massive red spoiler warning right here. Red spoiler warning.
Skip to whatever moment if you don't want to.
Yeah, I'll put it in the video. What moment you should skip to if you don't want spoilers.
But for those of you who've seen it, I didn't think the platform game was a kid's game.
Which one? The glass one?
Yeah, that's not a kid's game.
That was so stupid. I was like, it's just random chance. What?
Yeah, the kids. I recognize the first game as What's the Time, Mr. Wolf? We used to do that as a kid.
I've played that many times. That one's a classic.
Yeah, but they call it green light, red light, clearly.
Yeah, that's how we used to play as well. Green light, red light.
We used to call it.
Wolf as well. That one
we used to say, "What's the time, Mr. Fox?" Mr. Wolf, and then they'd basically the wolf would say the time, and you'd have to walk that many steps in while they were turning around. It was quite good. But yeah, I thought it was good, just slightly overhyped. And can I say, the twist ending, right?
Right.
That was horrendous. It was probably honestly, one of the worst twist endings.
I was hoping for so much more, to be honest.
Seriously, it was one of those twist endings where you could have left it out and it wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they were setting up for season 2 though. Like with the whole concept of how when you're rich, you lose the concept of life. And now, who's the main character? I keep forgetting their names, but the main character inherits so much money, and eventually I feel like they're setting up for eventually he will also get bored of life, and because at the end, obviously we're showing spoilers. He turns around and leaves the plane, and try and stop the games. I feel like what they're setting up for season 2 is that he will become the new thing. So I feel like it doesn't mean much in season 1. But almost guaranteed they're going to do season 2. I mean, it's such a popular show. So certainly they're going to do season 2. And when they do that, I feel like that's where that's going to come into account. But seriously, the marbles game, that one was horrible. I mean, that one was amazing. But it hurt me so much.
Billy Ali is all the betrayal.
Yeah, man, that was Ali was my favorite. Actually, my favorite. It's not because he was Pakistani. He was just my favorite.
He was just the nicest one out of them. That's why.
Yeah, he was strong as well, and he was he didn't even deserve to be there because
compared to South Koreans, come on.
You know,
it didn't take much. Come on, the guy was missing a few fingers.
Yeah, man. That guy was awesome though. He was actually really cool.
Yeah.
And then the 2 girls, I forgot their name, and then how one of them just drops the marble and doesn't throw it, and like they have this whole like emotional conversation beforehand, and oh man.
Yeah, that was a hard. What was that episode called? Like Gandu or something? Ganbu or
Yeah,
something, something like that.
you're my Ganbu. It's like a best friend or whatever. The old man one was really like we know that he's not dead now, but like though I mean he is dead, but we
He
knew that
is
he
now,
didn't die.
but
But like it was like because he was like at the end he was like, oh, does it seem like tricking an old man is like does that make sense as well? And like at that moment you realize he was just faking it. Like oh man, what a show! I'll give it like a 9 out of 10, really.
I'll give it an 8.
I've seen a lot of people compare it to Alice in Borderland, which I have not seen. So I mean, it could be that this concept is a total ripoff.
I think the concept is obviously done. Like I've seen like a movie that's done the exact same concept, but they call it like it's an escape room instead.
Oh yeah, escape room. Yeah, you know, there's plenty of concepts like that where they're in a game, they're playing a game. I mean, Saw is another example where they're playing a game and then they have to do something horrible like kill each other or solve a puzzle or something to get out. Like,
and there's always like,
a lot.
Yeah, there's always rich, crazy people behind it as well that like pay to watch it and all that.
Exactly.
It's always that. It's always that. I guarantee you, real stuff like that happens somewhere in the world. Like stuff like this does happen.
The myth of like red rooms and stuff, which doesn't really exist.
Well, they do, but like
apparently, there's been people who've like searched every corner and still not found it. So I feel like at this point it would have been leaked like a proper one if it did exist.
It's probably quite hard to come across them though. Like it's got to be like you got to know someone. Yeah, I
get what you mean. Yeah. It is like the one thing that I really disliked was the VIPs, like the American ones. Man, their acting was horrible. I didn't like it at all. They made jokes like, oh yeah, 69 and 90. I was like,
oh yeah, I was a bit weird at that because they were like old geezers, isn't it? Who makes a joke like that when you're that old?
Exactly, yeah. And did you watch it in like dubbed or did you watch it in like subbed?
Oh, subbed.
Oh yeah, the dub was embarrassing. It was just I watched literally like 5 minutes of the dub and I was like, how do I swap it to sub now?
Can I just say though, besides the Americans, the acting was really good. It was pretty good.
It was phenomenal. It's like I knew for certain that if I was in that situation, I would act just like those the majority who like ran away in like the first game.
No, I wouldn't run.
I would know because like in like fight or flight, my response is usually not freeze, it's flight.
No, mine is
if your response is freeze, then you'd be cool. But I'm flight, so I'd be out of there.
No, mine is freeze. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd be fine. I'd be like, because like it's like the shock. Because you'd be like shocked, and I'm surprised no one like flinched and died. You know what I mean? From a gunshot.
Oh man, there were bear flinches, but they weren't like being shot.
Yeah, like no one. Like the main character was like proper shaking and stuff, and he never got shot.
Yeah. Plot armor, TOP.
There was a lot of plot armor though, like actually a lot of plot armor. The fact that he pulled 16 and things like that, and like he was about to pick 1, and at the last moment, some guy's like, "Oh, I want to be first." That glass game made me angry. It really made me angry. It was so unfair.
Yeah, it was unfair. The bridge game, it was really unfair.
But I mean, we're on the concept of money, rich people paying for entertainment. I think that fits right into our topic for today.
Yeah, all right.
One thing, I mean, I was going to save this for later, but because while we're on the topic, what would be like, if you had no moral compass, what would be your best way to make money in your opinion? Like, if you had no moral compass whatsoever. I can go first if you want.
Murder people and harvest their organs, isn't it?
I mean, that's one, yeah. I was going to say, like, psychics. You know, psychics, they, like, basically you pay them and they pretend to speak to your dead loved ones. Like, can you imagine how much of a scumbag you'd have to be?
You get exposed, though, innit?
They're grieving and you pay money to pretend to talk to the loved one. Like, what the hell?
No, you can get exposed quite badly, though. It's quite easy to trick you.
Yeah, but, like, when it comes to making money, like, if you don't get exposed, you're going to be making a lot there. Because I remember I saw on a website once, someone charged 400 for a 1 hour session. 400 quid for a 1 hour session, like.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, if the people spend the money, then they're getting what they spent, innit?
Well, pretend like no, but they believe that they're actually talking to him.
But as a rational human being, you know this does not work, right? But if you're basically spending for a show. You're
Spending
paying
for.
money for an actor who's putting on a show for you. And if you want to believe that show is true, that's all the power to you, innit?
I feel like that's not really the case, though. I feel like they don't pay for the act of it. They pay for the concept that maybe, just maybe, the psychic can speak to the dead. And in that case, the psychic isn't.
But no one can, though, innit? Everyone knows that no one can do that.
Yeah, but they're grieving. Obviously, rational
So
thoughts.
that's their fault, then, isn't it? They've just spent their money on something stupid.
You know what? I think you actually are heartless, you know?
That's their fault. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Okay, you know, Ibrahim, yeah?
Yeah.
You know about my condition, right?
Which one?
I have a condition, innit? It's why I miss a lot of school.
Right.
Right. It's quite bad, innit? Sometimes I go through these things that last for hours, so I miss school, right?
I don't think you've ever told me like the main details of what the condition is, but like I always assume.
You want to know? You want to know?
We're live on the podcast right now. I mean, I can cut it out, obviously.
Yeah, if you want, whatever. I don't mind. Basically, it's called achalasia, right?
Right.
And what it is it means it's Greek for not relaxed. That's what it means.
Oh.
And basically, it's just the nerves at the bottom of my esophagus. They're really like severely damaged, so they're like constantly like squeezing.
Oh damn!
You know, when you eat food slowly, like the nerves constrict around the food to push it down.
Right.
Right. Well, mine at the bottom is constantly squeezed down, so when food gets there, obviously gets stuck in it.
Right.
So if too much food accumulates and the esophagus panics and it goes through a spasm, which is basically it trembles the entire esophagus to try and get the food through, and those spasms can last for hours and they're quite debilitating, so I have to like sit out for a while.
Oh damn! You know what? Every time I made the joke of oh, you're barely in school anyway, I had no idea. And you're always like, oh, you're gonna go there. You're like, you're gonna go there, yeah. And I was so confused. Like, what does he mean?
I know, but that's just it, right? That's it.
I'm sorry
So
to hear that.
basically, yeah. But one time, you know how mums, innit?
Yeah.
Mums can get a bit desperate, and sometimes they like look for every like answer that they can try and find like as a cure or something, right?
Right.
So my mum tried looking for one of those healers.
Oh no.
So I was like, mother, you know me, Ibrahim, right?
Yeah.
I was like, if you're gonna waste money on this stupid healer, right? The least you could do is invest that money into anything else besides this stupid thing that's going to do nothing. Go give it to charity, for goodness sake. Don't. Have you taken leave of your senses, woman?
You could give it to me, you know.
I'd rather have a phone or something.
You know what? Whenever I get
stupid.
My mum always goes to like the Tesco, you know, the herbal remedies in like Tesco and stuff.
Oh gosh, homeopathy and all that.
Yeah, you know what? One of them actually worked. I forgot the name of it, but like I don't know if it was like a placebo effect, but I was getting a real like cough, and I took it for like a week, and it suddenly got better. And I have no idea if it was just naturally getting better, but I just take it every time now. Like fuck it.
The only one that I take that works for me was Buttercup.
Buttercup. Oh, Buttercup.
Yeah, Buttercup. Yeah.
I've had quite a bit about that one. Seems really
it's got alcohol in it, so you can't take it, can you?
No, I can't.
That's kind of deep, you know.
I'm gonna have to edit that sentence out.
Yeah, a lot of these medicines have alcohol in them, innit?
Yeah.
And then Islam's like, no, sorry.
I mean, I feel like if you're on death's door and like the only medicine is alcohol related or drug related, then you should be allowed.
Yeah, but you know, that's just bending the rules, then, isn't it? Really.
Islam is Islam.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're
very important.
We're drifting into the next season.
Yeah. Let's just move on to. Well, you do chemistry, Ibrahim. You know how important alcohol is, all right? So.
Oh yes. You know what? The only alcohol I've been doing in chemistry is like hydrocarbons, OH group, and stuff like that. Ethanol. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Ethanol, methanol,
butanol,
butanol,
hexanol. This is what I've been doing.
I hate that. Anyway, yeah, let's move on to the crux of the matter today.
I was gonna say another moral way to make money is funeral homes, and like funerals. You know how they charge such an exorbitant amount of money for like a simple service because the families are grieving. They just pay for it because they want the dead person to actually have like a good funeral. When in reality, they really shouldn't be paying that much for a funeral. Like they really extend it. I feel like that's so heartless as well.
The stuff that you're describing is legal, though.
Yeah, it's legal, but
It
like,
happens.
should it be? It's legal, but should it be?
Yeah, no, but if you've got no morals, I can go way more than that. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
yeah,
murder the
there's a
whole
lot.
family,
Like,
say the
there's a lot
organs.
you could do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more interesting from a legal perspective.
Yeah, it is.
All right, well, that's one of the points I brought up today. Do you want to go on the old reliable argument, money versus happiness, or should we save that?
That's a stupid argument. But
Money
yeah,
wins.
save it to the end. Let's save it to the end.
All right. What about what's your biggest waste of money? Like, what have you spent the most money on that you regret?
Oh, so what I've done actively, or like what I would think is the biggest waste of money?
Like what you have done personally, and then we can go on that as well.
Oh, okay, right. So I know it's a small thing, right?
Right.
But Hamleys?
Hamleys.
Yeah, I think it's called Hamleys. Right, it's a really big, famous toy store. It's like the biggest toy store in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and they have like a lot of stuff, like floors and floors of different levels of toys. Like there's tech at the bottom, and there's like plush toys, and there's baby toys, and there's like what's it called, designer toys, all that weird stuff, and it's humongous, right?
Right.
I remember one time there was this like little thing, those gravity like machines where basically you put your arm underneath it and above it and it will float.
Oh yeah.
Right, I thought it was that. It was called like the UFO. I thought it was that. They also sell it at the Science Museum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I thought, yeah, that looks pretty cool. It looks pretty awesome. So when I bought it, I forgot how much it was. It must have been like a tenner or something, really small amount. When I got it, it was basically just this cardboard shape, right?
Right.
And it was a string.
Oh no.
Yeah, string with blue tack. And basically the trick was that you put the blue tack on your palm and you attach the string to the thing and it looks like it's levitating.
Oh, that's just shit. You can make that at home.
What is this? What? And basically the guy who was demonstrating it at the front, he must have been like an expert at it because the string, I couldn't even see it.
Oh yeah.
It was basically just like, I felt scammed out of it.
Oh god.
But, what are you?
I remember one time, this isn't really much, but like I went and bought headphones from Home Bargains. That's already a bad sign.
Alright.
And I went home, right? I charged them, and I kid you not, it was like 2000s audio quality. Literally, it sounded so shit.
You know, 2012.
I put it in my ear, so I couldn't even get a refund on it.
2012 YouTube. You know that font where it flips around.
Yeah, unregistered Hypercam 3. It literally sounded so crap. I was so annoyed. They literally pissed me off. I don't know why I went and decided that I should buy really cheap headphones from Home Bargain, but that I couldn't even use them. And they looked really good as well. Like they looked like they would be professional ones, but I don't know why.
What brand were they? What brand were they?
I don't know, some next Chinese brand. It was a shit brand as well. I feel like a number should have been my brain, but they weren't.
That was your fault for getting Home Bargains for headphones. What did you expect?
I didn't even go for headphones. I went to buy I don't know, I can't remember, like Boost energy drink or something, and then I ran across them. I was like, oh, I don't have headphones. I should probably buy them.
How much were they?
A tenner.
Oh, right. You know what? That's it. What do you expect, Ibrahim?
I was like, oh, they're a tenner, so it should be worth it. It wasn't worth it.
No. Come on, man.
I thought they'd at least last a month or something. Turns out they do last a month, but the quality is crap anyway. So I can't even use it. So I used it once and then like threw it away because I couldn't even use it. £10 down.
Anyway.
They finessed £10 from me.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. What else we got? Oh, yeah, do you want to talk about then in general? What's the biggest waste? Newest iPhone every year.
Probably a. That's oh yeah, yo, relax. Okay, but probably like a yacht.
A yacht.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of a yacht.
no, because yachts like go crazy prices, right?
Right.
Some of the most expensive ones can reach like £1 billion. Like that's more than any house on the planet, right?
Right.
But it's literally just a moving house that's slightly less extravagant.
Yeah, but it's a flex, isn't it? It's a flex.
But yeah, I know, but I feel like it's an unnecessary flex and it's a waste of money.
You know what? That reminds me just exactly like Gucci and all those other brands.
Yeah,
Unnecessary
yeah.
are a waste of money.
But at least a Gucci, you're guaranteed like quality, like quality materials, right?
Right.
But with a yacht, you're literally, basically, you've literally got a worse version of a giant mansion that's more expensive.
But I mean, it can float on water, so there's a plus.
But why? Why do you want to float on water?
I don't know. It's a once in a lifetime experience, I guess.
It's not though a once in a lifetime experience.
I don't know.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
always found yachts really cool to just have a house that you can just take wherever you want. But like, it
No,
wasn't
that's
very
stupid.
practical.
That's
Yeah, I
just
mean, like, it
stupid.
wasn't very practical, would it?
Just get a regular boat. What makes the ocean fun is that you have a regular boat. That you can look over the side and the water's right there, right in front of you. That's the best
Yeah.
experience.
I feel like people don't buy yachts just to float on the water, which is kind of stupid.
Yeah, if you're gonna, because you either buy a yacht for the luxury. If you're buying it for the luxury, then you're an idiot because you can get a much better house, much bigger and much cheaper, right?
Right.
With much more facilities, right?
Mm.
Or if you're buying it for the ocean experience, you're still an idiot because there are much better ways to experience the ocean, like a smaller boat, for example. Smaller is better.
Even if it's like a moderately sized boat, like it's still way better than a yacht.
Yeah, a yacht. That's what I'm saying. So I think the yacht is a huge waste of money.
I'd say things like buying the newest FIFA. You're literally buying the same game, just looks better, or like buying the newest like iPhone or Samsung. Because
Yeah,
like, you're
this
basically,
yeah
I've
this
seen
FIFA
people
this
show up.
FIFA doesn't look that bad though.
Huh?
This year's FIFA doesn't look that bad though.
I mean, it's still just EA's shitty. Like, if you had the previous one, you're not really missing out on much, are you? Because like
No,
every season, everything they put in FIFA nowadays is like Ultimate Team, which you have to pay for anyway.
yeah. Have you seen Pez?
PES. Oh yeah, PES. Yeah, I haven't really
Oh
played that.
my, yeah, I play Pez. Yeah, I'm a Pez player.
Oh wow.
That's my thing because basically, if you know football games, the general rule is that FIFA has a better ecosystem, right?
Mm.
It's a bit like Apple, where basically you have one thing, then you have all the other, and you're connected to everything, right?
Right.
But Pez is better when it comes to pure gameplay.
Oh nice.
So on the ball, everything, the actual feel of the game is better on Pez. This year's Pez, right? eFootball, it's called. They've changed the name. It's eFootball 2022.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, I've heard of it. It's like the worst on Steam.
Oh my days! I played it.
Oh, you bought it?
It
Oh
was free.
no.
It was free. It was free.
It's free? Oh
Yeah,
wow.
it's free. I played it. Oh my gosh! It was. They've killed one of my favorite games.
Have you seen the glitches, how like the referee's sliding on the floor?
I can't believe it though. It's so bad. So bad.
Why did they even think it was a good idea?
I don't. I think they tried. They didn't want to be in FIFA Shadow anymore, so they're trying to be different.
I
But
mean,
it's bad. It's so bad. I was grieving almost.
they got attention, I guess. It's just not the good one. I was literally watching
Horrendous.
compilations about it. Like, it was so
Oh,
high
it's not the
quality.
full game either. It's not the full game.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, all the companies are doing that nowadays.
No, but you can literally only play a match.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you can't. You know how you have like Ultimate Team and FIFA, career mode, all that, right?
Right.
Yeah, you have that in PES too, except all of that wasn't released on the release date, and it's still not released.
You know what? So many games are doing this nowadays. Like Cyberpunk 2077 and No Man's Sky did this. Now it's way better. But like, why not release the full game when it's ready? Why
No.
release it and then have it be shit and everyone rates it shit and then go ahead and fix it? Like
Because they had
literally,
to.
it's happening so often now. Like they're literally doing it with like, I mean, Cyberpunk is like the biggest example of it. But like they continue to do it over and over again. It's so sad.
It's
And then they
actually
write an
horrendous.
apology. All the companies write an apology, and then they release this like ladder or whatever it's called, patch ladder or something, or like what they aim to do to fix the game. Like why? Why not just wait? It's so
It's
stupid.
horrendous.
Gaming nowadays, man, it's going downhill. And then there's games as well where they release it and then they immediately announce DLC.
Oh yeah. Oh my days. I hate that too. Wait, Ibrahim, you went a bit weird there for a second.
I've gone weird as in like audio.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
No,
Maybe I should
well.
use those three headphones.
Anyway, yeah. I think basically, cruises. Sorry, not cruises. Cruises are pretty good, but yachts are a huge waste of money. What about for you?
Yeah, newest iPhone, newest game, really. I mean, to be honest, like you mentioned the biggest one. I mean, I feel like a mansion would be pretty worthless. Like, unless you had a lot of people to live in it. Like, I feel like you could get on with like a smaller house.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And, like,
Some people. What about like a penthouse?
I mean, that was like for the flex of it, isn't it? As long as the house isn't too big, it doesn't matter how fancy it is. If it's not too big and it's like livable in it, like you can use every room to its advantage, then I feel like it's fine. Or like if you have multiple people to live in a house, then it's fine.
I quite like the idea of a penthouse though, because it's quite grand. You have
Yeah.
a view, and it's really modern.
I feel like penthouse is the limit. Like you can't go further than that.
Yeah, you can.
As in like if you go further then it's a waste of money.
Oh, right. Yeah. Some of these like huge, humongous mansions, right? That are like $70 million, and they have like a huge pool. I'm not sure if I could like. It'd get a bit like a small family, like mum, dad, child.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit like, nah, it's too much now.
Yeah,
If you had a huge family, if you brought your extended family over, aunties, uncles, your grandparents, madness, it would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be mad, having having a pool and like, oh man, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Team 10 house.
Oh man, those houses, man, they never end well. I could never imagine living in a house like that. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, it would be a bit much.
I feel like having living by yourself in a penthouse would just extend how lonely you are. Like, can you imagine all these massive rooms and you're the only one in it?
I'd love that.
Oh yeah, you'd love that. You just like money, that's it.
I like my own company, I can't lie. I know it sounds selfish, but I do.
That's what you like, that's it.
My brain and my body have a healthy relationship with each other.
You're never gonna get married and you're never gonna get a girlfriend ever.
No.
Not because you can't, but just because you don't want to.
Yeah, my girlfriend is money. That is my girlfriend.
You sleep on a bed of money.
Yeah. That's good. That's the materials that my bed is made of. Money.
Money.
Yeah, that is my ultimate aim in life. You guys take a mick out of me, for being cold and there's no emotion in your life, Excuse me, Watch when we're all old, and we like have a reunion, and I'm a millionaire. You guys ask for loans from me, right?
You're gonna be like, oh, I knew it's a waste of money, but I bought it anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Ibrahim. Yeah, Ibrahim. Remember a while ago when I was talking about how yachts are a waste of money? Yeah, I bought one.
I was gonna burn this money anyways, so I thought, why not?
Yeah. You why did you give it to charity? Why? It's a waste of money.
Don't give it to the poor. They could survive. My life is more important. Oh no, we're gonna get into capitalism now.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Let's just move on. Let's move on.
Here's an interesting question. What's the most you'd do for a quid?
£1.
Yeah, £1. Like, what would you do for the most you would do for it?
Buy condoms.
Oh, it looks like we're joking.
What the fuck? New challenge.
You know what? I actually
I don't
thought
understand. Wait, Sarabraj, that's not a lot to do for £1.
We're not even going to introduce him, or we're just going to continue like normal.
Sorry, audience. Our podcast has been raided by someone else.
I was going to say we just go like normal, to be honest. Just let him know.
Anyway.
I just had this guy
I
this whole
actually
time.
thought it started at 4
definitely
p.m.
did not just join.
Yeah,
I
well,
thought it started at 4.
Hello, welcome.
Afternoon.
all right. So tell us then. What's the most you do for £1 then?
Buy anything that costs £1. Seems
No,
reasonable.
I mean like to get £1. What would you do?
Yeah.
I'll get £1. Blowjobs, I guess.
Oh my day, really?
You do that for free. Ask Junaid. Junaid
No,
knows.
we're gonna give like we've got an inside joke, but the audience don't know that.
Junaid knows. Junaid knows that.
What if some random guy comes onto our YouTube channel and doesn't
I
realize?
really hope Junaid's mum stumbles across this channel, this episode, and then she hears me say this. It would be mad.
Oh no, Junaid's gonna kill you. You know.
Do not mute this. Do not mute this. I want it to be heard.
All right, your funeral, mate. I won't be there. Just don't drag me down with you.
Excuse me, right? It can't be. I shouldn't be bashing him and Neil's relationship. Like, they're too tight with each other.
Besties.
Very
BF.
tight. Very tight.
Would you, Sarabraj? Would you lick Ibrahim's toe for £1?
For £1.
What do I get for that?
Nothing. You just get the satisfaction of Sarabraj's warm tongue on your toe.
That just brings that my foot just flinched at that. Like, that was horrible. You don't lick it. It's not a good idea.
Would you do it for £1?
Give me some time to think.
Is like we're actually gonna do this? You know what? This brings me back to like year 7 days when I couldn't even afford a water bottle, so I'd be like, "Can I have £1? I'd do anything for £1." You know those games where like someone takes £1, they chuck it on the floor, and everyone just like dashes at it to try and get it.
Oh, you used to do that all the time. Oh my days.
I mean, you're just massive. You just barge everyone out the way. Just get it.
No. I never did it. I never played it. I was the one throwing the money.
Oh yeah, rich guy. You've already started. Yeah,
No,
start young.
in primary school, you know when 20p was a lot of money?
Oh yeah.
When I chucked like 20p and everyone would dash at it. It was so funny to watch.
When you have £1, you're like a baller.
I was like one of those billionaires from Squid Game, basically just watching the animals rip each other apart.
Nice. And literally, I've seen a soft. One time, someone threw a £10 note. You could imagine the pandemonium. I just decided not to go near it. So, what's the most you'd do, Sona, for £1?
Probably, I don't know, cycle through them because there's so many things you can do. Like,
would you take a already eaten gum from the bottom of the table and eat it?
what, eat it or chew it?
Chew it, yeah, chew it. Not swallow it, just chew it.
For £1?
For £1.
How old is it?
I don't know. You don't know how old it is. It's just been there. We're being realistic here. You don't know how old it is.
Is it still chewy?
You'll have to take it and find out, I guess. Yeah, it's still chewy. We'll just say it's still chewy.
So it's not that old then.
Yeah, but it's been in someone's mouth. It could have been in multiple people's mouth. You never know.
Yeah,
These are weirdos.
No, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, me neither.
I just realized it's just.
I'd be big and trash for £1.
I just realized it's £1. It's not much. I'm not doing much.
Would your perspective change if you're in?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, 100 pennies is a lot. Yeah.
It's 250p, 50p coins. I mean, not 50p coins. What the fuck am I on about?
250p coins.
Yeah, 250p coins.
For what?
£1. Would you be willing? I mean, in like primary school, 50p would get you a sandwich, like a little one, and you could choose like brown bread or white bread, and it would literally just be 2 pieces of bread and like a piece of cheese. That's it.
Wait, you're talking about school lunch?
In like primary school, yeah. And like 20p.
Our school lunch was free.
We're in primary.
Yeah.
No, this was break time. In break time, you could have this.
Yeah,
And
at
that's-
break time, we got free apples and oranges and stuff.
What? My body in primary school, man. We were slacking too much. We and for 20p you could get a cracker, just a cracker. That's it.
Oh,
Crackers and cheese.
Yeah, like a little bit of a blob of cheese as well. Like, you know that like pack thing.
Yeah, we got that for
Guess what
free.
you got?
I'll eat all the apples and oranges if they're for free.
Wow.
The only thing we
Yeah.
got for free was like the little milk thing. The white stuff, that milk brand, which is like a really weird name.
Okay.
Spam.
I'll
Oh,
man.
I knew it. I knew it. He was gonna say it. I knew it.
Man, this is Sarabraj's like key defining trait now.
Yeah, it's just him being gay.
So like, what if my parents watch this episode? Then what?
Oh well, not my problem.
Okay then. Sally, still owe me money.
I don't recall that honestly.
Basically,
Whoa.
in year seven, Sarabraj couldn't afford a water bottle because like the waters are so expensive. And so I loaned you £1, and then I never reminded you. But then in my head, I continually added interest. And now you're like,
How much is it
at
now?
least, it's at least 60 grand now. You owe me at least 60 bags now.
I remember the Brahma trip where I took a sip from your water. I remember that, but I don't remember year 7.
I could charge for that as well.
Whoa. Do you have any evidence of this claim, Ibrahim?
Yeah, where's the evidence, man?
It's my honest, truthful heart.
Nope. You should have signed a contract. It's got to be.
Yeah,
It's got to be viable in court.
year 7. Like it says, natural guilt will give him the money. Will get me the money.
No,
Oh,
I'll
well.
give you the money.
Now that you asked for it, I wouldn't feel guilty.
It's just a lump sum of 60 bags. It's alright. Would you go on a show like one game of red light, green light on Squid Game for £1? Just that
No,
one.
not for £1. No,
How much?
I did it for.
Bear in mind, it's just the one game.
I did it for. Is it how many? How many of us are there? Is it just us 3?
You, me, Raj, Junaid, Salad, Joe, Anil, Suleiman, Richard.
Mustaq. Let's put Mustaq in there.
Yash is kind of there. That's 11, right? Wait, let me. Yeah, and Sammy as well. It's 12.
Yeah, I could do that. How many of us pass though?
Hmm?
How many of us pass?
Everyone who passes the line.
Yeah, but who? How many? What's the limit of people that pass?
Anyway, as many as possible, as long as you make it in the 5-minute timer or whatever.
Yeah, I could do it.
For how much though?
I did it for like 100.
100. Your life
Yeah.
is on the line. You're about to die if you mess
No,
up.
no. I can do it. I can do it.
Would you hide behind someone and be like a proper Chad, or like go by yourself?
Yeah. I'd hide behind Yashta. He looks like he's got a pair of legs.
Yeah, but
Like Yasta
that
looks like he
big.
could probably be in the Olympics.
And then if it came down to it, I'd pull him down.
Well, you're a monster.
Use,
No, you're taller than him. You'd be on top of him anyway.
yeah, use him use him as a human shield. Quick.
Quick,
You're a
man.
monster. What about if it was the cookie cutting game?
No.
No, I don't think you could do that. I wouldn't be able to do that. Even if,
What was that game all about? Cookie cutting?
Have you watched Squid Game, Sarabraj?
Nope. No. I
Then you are okay. So basically, in
Can we tell
Korea,
him, though?
in Korea, now I'll explain the tradition. In Korea, there's basically, when you go to the shops, yeah,
All
you
right.
can buy this sweet where they like melt sugar and then press it and then press a shape into it, so like a star or like a umbrella or something like that, right?
All right.
And so you have this like flat little sweet that looks like a cookie and it's got a shape in it. And basically you're given a needle and you've got to scratch out the shape, right? But if you make an error, so like the shape is like cracked or it breaks or something like that, then you're basically shot.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's really hard because like you could have loads of mini micro cracks, and if you like crack the wrong thing, then it's just done.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's too unpredictable.
Yeah, my hands are too shaky for that.
No, forget that. Forget that.
Would you do it, Sir Brooch?
No, I would not.
Yeah, see, like no one would do that in their right mind. The only one I would do is red light, green light.
Yeah, that one's like the easiest one, I feel.
Or I would do the last one if I'm number 16.
Oh, I mean that's true as well. But like, you don't know that. Like, you wouldn't know what the game was.
I would do Squid Game, but it depends on who I'm against.
Oh, okay. If it was just some
Yeah.
random average Joes that you don't know who they are, like in the actual show, they don't know who these other people are. Like they don't know if they're strong or weak or whatever. So
It
like, if it was
depends
just
how big they
random
are.
strangers. What?
It depends how big they are. Most likely, they won't be bigger than me.
I mean, that's true. But that could be a detriment to you, though.
Yeah, so then I'll be defense in it, and if they're not bigger than me, I'm probably stronger. So I'll just pick them up and walk outside in it.
just pick them up. What if they have like
If
a
it was
dagger?
me
Like
and
in the
you-
actual show, they have like a knife.
Me and you, Ibrahim.
Oh,
No,
I can't be sure.
no knife, no knife. There's no knife. You're probably offense, and I'm probably defense. Would you be able to get around me?
Uh, you know what? Maybe. I mean, I'd be able to use my trickery, like pick up the sand or whatever. Fling the
Would
sand
you?
in your eye.
No, I'll pick up the sand too, then, mate. I'm not gonna watch you pick up sand and then walk over to you, am I?
What if I throw my sand first though and then cover my eyes? I've got glasses. I'm cool.
If you cover your eyes, how are you gonna get to the other side? I'll just tackle you.
Sorry, I've got glasses. I've got nothing.
Epic strategy.
I think Sarabraj versus Junaid would be a good one.
Yeah, Junaid is a trooper, man. He's too strong. He actually fought in I forgot what year it was, but he beat someone with one hand
What?
in the changing room. Yeah, he's a grenade man.
Made the grenade.
The grenade.
Grenade. Nice.
Yeah,
And
literally, like with his good hand, he literally barged someone and he won. And like this wasn't just some random pushover as well. Like he's amazing. Man, enough simping for Junaid.
Okay. You can stop sucking off Junaid now.
I can
my
start
days.
simping on Junaid.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
No, you leave that to me.
Sorry?
You leave the sucking to me.
Oh, well, Salad.
You guys talk over each other too much. You know that. Honestly, it's
This reminds me of
ridiculous.
the first episode where like me and you were just talking over me.
All right, go. Sarabraj first. Go. What?
I was gonna say you leave the sucking off to me.
Sorry? I don't get what you're saying. Mate.
Leave the sucking off to me.
Yeah. There we go. I agree.
After me. Tell him,
Yeah.
man.
After he's done with your toe, he'll go for Junaid. All right,
yeah.
bro. You now. What's the next topic?
Okay.
You want to
The
do
next
money versus happiness?
You want to do that? I mean, we've run out of time almost. But
Yeah,
we never meet our quota anyway.
Yeah, let's just do it. What's your opinion?
There's another really interesting one I wanted to ask as well after that.
All right, go on.
Should there be a limit on how much on wages? Like you see nowadays with like Jeff Bezos and stuff, how they make so much money. Should there be a limit on how much you can make on wages?
No.
Really?
You know, because you'd get taxed accordingly, wouldn't you?
No, but there's ways to get around tax evasion.
Yeah, I know. Which is, you just mentioned Jeff Bezos, but he does that.
Exactly. Yeah. If you have like, because isn't Jeff Bezos only rich because he has all that money and like assets and stock and stuff?
Yeah, and his yearly wage is still like 30,000, so he gets taxed for 30,000.
Yeah. Shouldn't there be some kind of limit though? Like even if, because there are ways to get around it aside from just like assets and stuff.
No, because the UK is really, really big on like free trade and a free market system where the government gets involved only in like complete market failure. So like if everyone needs it, then the government gets involved, but not for one corporation, unless they do anything illegal like monopolizing a market or something. Like I feel like Amazon have monopolized the internet market, but since there's no rules on the internet, what can you do?
There isn't. Yeah. I feel like but I feel like from a moral standpoint, there should be like way beyond a comfortable wage. That should be the limit. Like if not comfortable, way beyond rich should be the limit.
It's
Like
sounding
if
like a communist, Ibrahim.
if you can afford, if you who knows, that might be my secret side coming out. If you can afford like really good stuff for like you and even children after you, like loads of mega rich people can do, then you shouldn't like get given more like that. Like your wage should be increased further than that. I feel like
you're constricting growth though.
well, as in like I feel like you'd continue to grow because if you don't continue to grow, then those wages would go down as well, wouldn't they?
So you're basically saying you get to this limit and then you go lower. That's
No,
it.
you just stay where you are. You just stay where you are.
Yeah, unless you do worse, then you go lower.
Yeah, then I mean, in any case, if you were to do worse, you'd go lower anyway.
Well, okay, but let's say you had a boss, right?
Right.
What would your boss earn?
Wherever's like the actual earning like wages don't change. It's only for the mega rich people. I mean, like for normal people, it'd be the same.
Yeah, but how do you define normal people? We're
well,
not
like
normal.
an average wage, like an average
We're not
proper
normal.
wage. Like you have
We're not
minimum
normal.
wage, and then you have like actual average wages.
We're not normal.
Where,
Ibrahim, we're not normal though.
He's average Joe, I believe.
what do you mean we're not
Yeah,
normal?
but we're not normal.
Average
We're in the
people.
top. We're in the top 5% of the world's population for wealth.
Well, you?
Yeah, us three,
How?
all of us. Whoever's on this
Yeah.
Discord is in the top 5%.
We're rich.
I mean the mega rich, not the regular rich.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like
someone
I'm not rich at
someone
all.
in Africa who's starving and can barely get water, we're mega rich.
Oh man, yeah, but you know what I mean though, like right, like
No, yeah, I know what you mean.
It's not a matter of perspective from what I'm saying. It's like a matter of numbers.
I know, but where do the numbers start?
Because like,
Where do you become mega rich?
If you were to take a greedy mega rich person, then they would say that they're not rich enough. To
Yeah,
tell everyone else they are.
Okay, would you
Just
want more money? Do you want more money, Ibrahim?
Yes.
Would you take £1 million?
Sure.
Right. Okay. Now, if you compared that to, if you asked that to a poor person, they saw you say that, right? Someone who's severely poor, they'd say, "Why does he need more money? He's already rich. He can already afford everything. He can already afford food."
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it from a perspective point. I'm saying it from a numbers point. Because like there's certain items.
What are the numbers?
There's certain items in life that everyone thinks is too rich, like yachts and mansions and things like that.
Yeah, that's because it's a completely different section of society.
Yeah, and that's the section I'm talking about.
So you have a computer and a phone, right?
Right.
To someone who's poor, that's too rich. You don't need that.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm on about, because that's perspective from like different like societies. I'm talking about numbers. Like if you like when it comes to comfortable generally means that you can afford like within reasonable amounts, you have a roof over your head and you can buy stuff whenever and you can have fun, right?
But do you realize comfortable isn't quantifiable? You can't calculate what is when you become optimally comfortable that you don't need any more money.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm on about. I'm going beyond comfortable to a point where you don't need any more.
But like you don't understand.
Does Jeff Bezos need more money? Does he need more money?
But
honestly, no.
So he shouldn't get more wages.
Honestly, no.
Sarabraj, do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I get it. But you know what? I get what you mean. Like Jeff Bezos doesn't need more money, but he created Amazon, and that's why he's making so much money. So it doesn't really. I don't really care if he earns another 100 billion like by tomorrow. Honestly, so.
I feel like if he's earning, I don't know. Let's take a very random number of like 300k a year or something. 300k a year.
He earns more than that, but all right.
300k a month. 300k a month.
He earns like
300k a month and not go to
he
300k
earns.
I mean,
he earns the GD. He earns the GDP of some countries in a month.
yeah, like. Oh man, because you reach a point where you can't even spend that much money.
Yeah. He basically for him to spend all his money, he would need to spend like 10 million every day for the rest of his life.
Yeah, still
exactly. So at that point, there should be a limit.
Well, why? Okay, so what about 9 million?
What do you mean 9 million?
What about 9 million? Let's say he spends 10 million a day. What about 9 million? Is that too much?
Or 9 million every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like too much.
What about 8?
Yeah, sure.
7?
Yeah.
What about 1 million?
Any million, 1 million every day is too much.
What about 500,000?
How far down are you going? Yeah, that's too much. Who the fuck spends 500? Who the fuck spends 500,000 every day? Who does that?
What about a quarter of a million?
Yeah, sure. That's not too much. I feel.
You feel like that's too much?
I mean, like, I don't see anyone realistically spending that much every day.
What about 100k?
I think that's justifiable, maybe.
Oh, okay. What about 150?
100. Well, where are you going with this?
I just want to know, innit? Where's the limit?
I'd
150k.
have to think about it, to be honest, to really say a specific number.
Come on, Ibrahim.
This is sounding.
But you know what I mean?
told me,
I'm saying it
you
from a
told me
morality.
all about the numbers. I
There
want to know
really
which
should
number.
be a limit.
I want to know which number.
What's the Salah? Well, let's ask Salah. Take me off the back.
No question. Son, have you seen the film Brewster's Millions?
No.
The one with Richard Pryor.
No, I've never watched that film.
So basically, he has to spend $30 million in 30 days to get $300 million. If he doesn't spend it, he'll lose it all. So I just wanted to mention that film.
Wait, does he get to keep what he spent though?
Yeah, he gets 300 million if he spends
That's
all
not that
30
hard to
million.
do. In 30 days, that's
million
not that
in
hard to
30
do.
days. Yeah, $1 million a day. That's
That's
quite a
not.
lot if you think about it.
Yeah, but spend it all in one go.
Yeah,
Put
but
it
he has
all
to
into
spend it
stocks or
by
something.
30 days. If he
Yeah,
spends
okay.
all
What
30
I would do
million,
is, buy an island. That's half of my money gone. Yeah.
all right.
Buy an island, then buy Westfield. That's the other half gone. Bang.
On the matter of 30 days.
Yeah, you got. I've done it in 2 days.
Yeah, but there's paperwork and stuff to sign as well.
I forgot
just
the
do that
rules.
immediately.
There were certain rules in the for his game. There were certain rules I forgot.
Yeah. If it's within 30 days, it's so easy. Like I don't know, like buy a rocket or something. Like
$1 million a day. You can't buy the same stuff over and over again for like $1 million. So that's one of the rules I remember. I forgot what the other rules.
Yeah, that's not a film for me. That would have been over in 10 minutes for me.
Over 10 minutes.
Signed all the paperwork and done everything in the time.
Anyway, I want to know Ibrahim's number. Yeah, right. So.
Oh dear.
150k. 150k a day.
I know where this is going as well.
Yes or no?
Yeah, sure.
Is that too much?
Yes, too much.
120.
No, that's not too much.
140.
Too much.
130.
Too much.
128.
Too much.
127.
Too much.
26.
Too much.
25.
Yeah, I just wanted it to be even, so not too much. I just wanted it to be even.
So 125,000 every day.
No. My number is 125,001 penny. That's it.
All right. And if you go above that, it's too much.
Yeah.
So
I know where this is going.
Why is that number selected, Ibrahim?
I don't know, man.
It's because you don't know what you're talking about. That's why.
I fell into your trap and I tried to get out of it. You saw what you mean to it.
Hold on. Are you talking about?
You know
Jeff
what I
Bezos?
mean, don't you? I don't have the exact numbers, but you know what I mean.
No,
You reach a point when you reach a point where you can't even spend that much money, then it should be capped.
What, mathematically you can't spend that money?
When you reach a point where you don't even need that money. Where money is basically meaningless.
But you have money that you don't need, Ibrahim. Do you not get that? You have money in your house. Your parents have money that they could do without.
No, but you could still buy things if you have money that you literally physically cannot even use. Because
hold on.
You can buy literally anything and you'd still have money left over.
So
you can't even use it.
Everything you can possibly imagine, but basically buy everything you can possibly imagine, but yeah, you still got some money left over. So is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, basically. No, like everything at once, because no one can do that. But like, if you could buy an island, if you could point to something, right? If you could just look at something, point to it, and say, "I want that," and buy it. That's what I mean.
So if I point to a Snickers bar and say, "I want that," and buy it, is that too much?
No, like anything. That's just lowballing. If you were to point out like an airplane and say, "I want that," and you could buy it theoretically, then that's too much. But like not an airplane, because
what bus?
If you were to point out an island and say, I want to buy that, and you could buy that, then that'd be too much. You know what I mean?
An airplane.
What airplane?
You just said like the airplane example. Is that too much?
Oh my! You're going down the same rabbit hole again. We've already gone this way. Turn back.
Is it too much?
I don't know.
For comparison, an airplane, a proper jumbo like luxury airplane, probably about 10 million, probably.
Well, a
I feel
jumbo
like
jet.
a bit more than that.
Yeah, like a proper luxury one,
Jumbo.
probably about 10 million.
I mean,
10 million. I feel like it'd be
10
more
million,
than that.
probably a bit more, probably like 30, I think.
Yeah, like 50 million or something at least.
Yeah, I mean, the most expensive
Jumbo
one I know is
plane,
like
jumbo
500 million.
luxury.
That's like a jumbo jet. There's like it got gold inside it as well. So, and that's like 500 million, I think.
Mm.
So, I don't know.
I'm trying to desperately
maybe-
formulate my point. For one of the bullies.
I don't understand because Ibrahim, you said you're all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers. I'm trying to
It's
think.
not, yeah, it's not perspective because you went on perspective, right? And now
Yeah,
you're trying
and then
to
you told me that's wrong.
you're trying to use your dirty-handed tactics to nail me
But you
down.
told me it's wrong. You told me perspective is wrong. You're all about the numbers. So now I'm trying to find the number.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to talk about like exact numbers. I'm talking about general numbers, like where.
What does that even mean? Ibrahim?
Bloody hell, it-
Man, this is going south.
So you know Ibrahim is chatting, innit? Come on, you know Ibrahim's
I don't
chatting.
even know what
But no, the fact
say.
that you don't want to cap wages is ridiculous to me.
I'm trying to do. Where did this come from?
If you cap wages,
The original question was, what was the original question? How much is too much money? What?
he
No,
said,
the
should you
original
cap
question was,
wages?
should we cap wages? Should there be a cap on wages?
No, they shouldn't.
Yeah,
They shouldn't.
yeah.
I'm gonna say,
Thank you.
man,
Bro, you guys aren't moral enough. You guys need to be more moral. I'm like the good.
Oh,
I'm
shut up, Ibrahim.
it's not kind of dumb how they spend their money.
I'm like the super. What
Okay.
was it in psychology? The super conscious. You guys are the ID. I'm the super. Whatever it's called.
What are you on about?
Psychology, knowledge. You guys need to put more empathy. Like you guys need to work on your
Look.
Ibrahim,
No, it's like this.
empathy is
Go
important.
on, Sarabraj.
Bill Gates, that guy earns like over $100 a day, and that guy gave like away like 30-40 billion to charity, man. So if
That's
he
nice.
wasn't earning $100 a day, like, and he didn't give away for charity, man, that'd be pretty a dickhead move, man.
He earns like $100 a second.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant. So
How would you spend that?
not a day, not a day.
Oh, how would you spend that? How would you spend that? Is that what you're asking?
Look at it from this perspective, right?
Buy an ocean.
If you make so much that you can't even spend it all, do you really like need to make it? You know what I mean? Because you can't even enjoy that. Much.
You don't understand, Ibrahim. You can spend any amount of money if you try.
Yeah, but you don't need like
You're gonna say you don't need it, but I'm gonna name a lot of things that you don't need but have.
No, I stopped myself before I went down this rabbit hole. You can't talk to me about that. You can't do it. I stopped myself. You can't do it.
Oh, also, your idea isn't actually implementable. Because if an employee is earning the maximum,
it's not possible to implement this. But like, as a theory,
no, it's a dead theory, then, isn't it?
well,
It's an offshoot of communism.
like, literally, it won't hurt anyone if you were to cut wages. When you literally when you don't even like when you can't even have the capacity to spend it, who are you hurting by capping it?
You do have the capacity to spend it. You have the capacity to spend every amount of money.
Yeah, but realistically, you won't though.
But you could, though.
But you won't though.
You could.
If you're earning $100 a second, I feel like you couldn't. $100 a second is impossible.
If you
At least give some charity.
buy the Pacific Ocean, buy
within
it.
reason, I'm not going that far. Within reason.
So why is that not within reason? Why is it not within reason, but your headphones are within reason?
You can't buy the Pacific because you're like no one owns it. It's not an own thing.
Exactly. So someone can buy it, innit?
Guys, have you seen that video and that Ellen show where Ellen gave Bill Gates 20 grand? Have you seen that?
I don't like Ellen.
Yeah, I don't like Ellen, man.
No one likes that.
Well,
I find her annoying.
Sorry, tell the story.
There was a comment on YouTube saying like giving Bill Gates money is like giving the ocean water.
That's a good one.
That's true, actually. That is true. That is true.
Is that what you mean, Ibrahim? It's like if you give a rich guy money, you just basically it's like adding water to the ocean. Is that what you mean? to the point where they don't need more.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. Like if you have so much money,
because you're not hurting anyone.
But that's like global warming. That's like the ice caps melting and the water, sea levels are rising. It's like
basically,
that.
yeah. But I don't get Ibrahim's argument
You know what,
because
So now I'm
Yeah, it's the argument. Yeah.
because he's saying if you're comfortable to a
I'm
point where you don't need more money.
my I'm writing this down in my topic list. We're gonna come back to the topic and dedicate an entire 45 minutes to this. One argument. We're dedicating. I put it in my list right now.
We need more people.
No wait,
Season
listen.
finale.
Right?
Season 3 finale is already.
Alright, sorry about you. Just listen to me for a second, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ibrahim. Yeah, okay. Your idea is that if you have enough money to be comfortable, right? Your wages should be.
You've already gotten it wrong.
Okay, what was it then?
It's not comfortable. It's fine. If you've got more money than you can buy anything, it's like way beyond comfortable. And like,
what do you mean by anything?
Because like eventually you earn so much that adding more money doesn't do anything. Like kind of like Salad said, adding water to the ocean, but you have so much that adding more money isn't changing much.
If your wages are high, then it does change a lot.
Most people live comfortably. Like a lot of people live comfortably.
No, they don't.
Well, as in in the UK. Let's take the UK.
Why are you taking the UK?
UK is the depressed country.
Where they are satisfied with how much money they make.
The UK has huge amounts of poverty too.
You know what I mean? Like when it comes, we're not talking about the poverty people. We're talking about
you're gonna say the normal ones, the normal ones, yeah.
The normal ones.
We're talking like you, me, you, and Salad. Like all three.
We're rich compared to other people, though.
And okay, we'll compare it to everyone in Chadwick Academy and everyone in Mayfield and everyone in those areas.
But don't you get it, Ibrahim? Yeah, it's all about the perspective, though. We're rich compared to some people.
Yeah, but we've already debunked perspective. You know, I'm dedicating a 45 minutes. I've already written it down.
Sarabraj, who do you agree with?
It's on the list. We've just been screaming at each other for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's ask Sarabraj who he agrees with. Sarabraj, do you agree that when Ibrahim says if you have too much money to the point where you can't spend it, right, and basically adding more to it means nothing, you should basically stop at that amount? Or do you agree with me that it's all about perspective, and to some people, something is rich, whereas to others it's not?
Well,
so you think that they should keep getting
Ibrahim's argument
more and more.
Where you got so much money, you got like adding more money won't do anything. I mean, that's not really our problem or anyone's problem. It's up to them if they want more or not. So, and honestly, I kind of disagree with Ibrahim.
It's a morality. But
you're smart. You disagree with someone who's disagreeable. You're smart.
No, but don't you think that money should go to someone who needs it more?
Yes, I do agree. But it's their money; they choose to do with it. And if they were smart, they'll give it away.
But that's not even your argument, Ibrahim. You've literally just gone from they have too much money to they should give it to charity.
No, I haven't. I'm saying that they shouldn't even get it, and the government should give it to charity. Don't give it to them.
The government
is corrupt, man.
I could never be wrong. It's infallible. I'm infallible.
Boris has been snorting too much cocaine. He doesn't know what's going on.
I'll admit my defeat. I'll admit my defeat. I mean, I'm not going to dedicate 45 minutes to this. I hold grudges.
Oh, this is good thing I came out this time.
Where did this? We were talking about money, and now we started yelling at each other. My friends,
this is what money does. It's evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, money's the real evil.
That's why
no, it's not.
Money change.
That's not.
That's why I can't let money. Guys, I want to say one thing.
Put it on the list.
Yeah, go on.
I don't know who said this quote, but I heard someone saying if you're doing cocaine, that means you're making too much money. I don't know who said that, but I heard that quote from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. All right, here we go again.
I didn't disagree with you that you can make too much money. Of course, you can make too much money.
Brother, you're just despite me at this point.
I'm not disagreeing with you that you can't make too much money. You can make too much money. I'm just saying that trying to quantify what's comfortable and what isn't is stupid.
This is funnier than the comedy podcast.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna rename this from money to comedy. You know, fuck it.
Ibrahim's arguments are always dead. You know that. I'm saying it right now.
This is the end of the infallible podcast. I'm not friends with
I quit. Yeah.
I quit. Final
Quit,
we shouldn't drink to like that. We shouldn't drink to like that. Honestly, that's a bad idea.
Oh man.
You know,
well,
remember when I was like, oh yeah. Remember when I was like, oh yeah, I have one last topic before you mentioned money versus happiness.
Yeah. Let's quickly talk about that. Let's just quickly give our answer to that. Yeah, the money
Money
versus
doesn't
happiness.
buy happiness. Let's all agree that it doesn't buy happiness. It buys
That's
crazy ass happiness.
Sarabraj, I said you were smart earlier. What you did to me, man?
It buys crazy ass happiness. That's what I said.
Oh yeah, there you go. He's right.
I remember once reading a quote. It was like, you can buy a clock, but you can't buy time, and you can buy a bed, but you can't buy sleep.
Oh
And-
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
can.
quote.
You can buy sleep.
Well, you can buy sleeping pills, I guess.
Yeah, just buy some
yeah.
drugs.
Buy
Buy some
drugs.
Yeah, buy some
Right.
drugs.
Yeah, but to that point, you're having too much money, isn't it?
Yeah. No. If you buy
That's
some
what I get.
drugs, no, I'm joking. If you buy some drugs, it'll knock you out. Bang. There you go. You fall asleep, right? And you can't buy time. Yeah, that's because no one can buy time. Time is a physics construct. It's always going to vary. It's always going to change. Nothing you can do to change. Unless you have enough money to invest in time travel, then yeah, maybe.
You can be the
No
Elon
amount of
Musk
money
of time
but second in time.
Whoever came up with that quote is an idiot too.
What? No amount of
You
money
just hate everyone for
second in
yourself.
time.
So that's not fair, man. You do this to me every time. It's not fair.
No. It was a good quote. It was a good quote, Ibrahim. It was good.
No, that was a good one. I don't know if we will be able to understand our arguments because we've just been shouting for the last like 20 minutes.
No, it's the
This
experience.
is what you
It's the
don't get.
experience.
This is what debate club should be.
Yeah, yes. This is what debate club should be. Not standing up. UK agrees with them.
UK agrees with them.
Come on.
What do you guys do in debate club? I've never been there.
Debate club is don't join debate is shit. That's just shit.
What do you-
I'm still gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go anyway.
Wait, what days is it?
Year 7 kid
So,
again.
you should come, yeah. So much, come, yeah.
What
It's
day- what
basically
days- what
But you know what? You know what's so nice?
Thursdays lunchtime in Miss Hand.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah, her classroom.
But you know what's annoying about it? You don't
What?
get to the bottom of any arguments, and like you have to listen to people, and like, you can't even dispute them halfway through, and you have to hold on to your counterpoints to the point where you forget them anyway. It's like,
Yeah. That's the only problem I have with it. Yeah, that's
You
true.
never,
Write
the fact that
down.
you can't even get to the bottom of arguments, and this is like, all right, stop now. It's just
Yeah, what did you
like-
say, Sarabraj? You said something.
Write down your arguments.
Yeah, that's
No.
true. You can do that. That's what the girl was doing. Do you remember?
I might do that. That's a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to finesse her though.
Debate
She's
club is the
getting too
next
much.
Finish her.
She was.
It's
Her
like-
argument was pretty contradictory though, innit? Come on.
yeah.
What were they arguing about?
So we're basically talking about Disney princesses, right?
What?
We're talking about Disney princesses, whether we should ban them.
So
Ban them.
basically, they say that Disney princess, the old ones would promote misogynistic values, like the woman has to get a man, the prince charming, and it's a bunch of rubbish, really. Like that's what the argument was.
No, but I thought that was fair though. I thought that was fair.
Really?
Right.
Oh no, here we
Yeah,
go
but-
again. We're gonna bring up that argument now.
No, I thought it was fair. That was a fair argument to make.
Yeah.
But then she said, Princess and the Frog, yeah, this princess is black, right? And she has to work for everything, and her Prince Charming is stupid. And I was like, but I swear that's exactly what you wanted. You wanted a woman that works independently and hard. There you go, you got one. You wanted one who's black. There you go, you got one. You got one who has a Prince Charming who's an idiot, who's a man. So there you go, she's independent. She doesn't need a man. Bang. That's exactly what you wanted. But then you're not unhappy with that as well now. Like, what the heck?
I literally saw
What
while
can
you
you
were
say?
saying that. She was literally looking like, oh shit, he's got me.
Chappelle.
She,
We won't.
she
go
asked me
next.
afterwards. She asked me afterwards if that was what I actually believed in. And I was like, nah, I just did it to argue.
But is that true? Is that true though? Do you believe that Disney princesses shouldn't be banned or should be banned?
No, because you can't. I always think of it like from a physical.
All right, cool.
From
I
a-
was gonna say I was gonna say I was about to put it on the list like live right now.
No, I was thinking about it from a physical perspective. You could never implement that. It would never work.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like saying
You have to preserve media.
that's like saying like it might sound like a good idea, but it won't work. Like, should we get rid of poverty? Well, yeah, obviously it's not. You can't just swipe your hand and get rid of poverty, though, can you?
Well, if only
yeah,
they
literally, Salah,
gave money to the billionaires and they gave money to.
Should we give money to billionaires? Charity for billionaires.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, we should get
And they can give money to charity.
Yeah, billionaires lost all their money and only became millionaires.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Oh wow.
Me
But money-
and Sona, we both had to pick a country in debate club, Salah, and
Yeah.
me and Sona both went with the UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were both the UK, and then Miss was like, "Okay, you could be right wing UK or you could be left wing UK, I guess."
The UK is the best country to choose, though. It is.
It's not even a country.
Wait, it's not, is it? It is.
England, Scotland are the countries, aren't
Yeah.
they?
So what's the UK then?
It's just a group of the countries. Did you really think the UK was a country?
I
Yes,
swear,
we did.
I swear it counts as a country.
Does
Yeah,
it?
I generally
I
thought
thought England is
was
the country and UK is the group.
Yeah, I know. I've just realised that England is a
Yeah.
country.
Oh my god, where's your GCSE geographies sort
I'm
of?
just doing it.
Yeah, we failed. We couldn't finish a lesson in an hour.
That's a tough right now.
Took 10
Just
lessons
back
to finish
myself.
one lesson.
Oh, the UK is a sovereign state.
There you go. Damn it, Sona. Like you act so smart, and then you thought UK was a country. I'm holding
No
on.
one-
Thank God
no
you
one
said that
uses
during
them.
the recording.
Anyway, Ibrahim, do you think money can buy happiness then?
Money doesn't buy happiness, but it makes your life a whole lot easier.
Yeah, okay, but
That's the
doesn't make-
summary.
Okay, if you're happy,
Water and things like that.
yeah, I get that.
So
But
life
if
is a lot
you're,
easier for you with
if
money.
life is easy for you, is it higher likelihood that you'll be happier?
Not necessarily. I mean, you see all these stories about celebrities
Yeah.
killing themselves and like
That's
rich people just not
celebrities are
having
stupid.
satisfaction. Because at
That's
some
because
point, when
celebrities
you
are stupid, though.
what?
That's because celebrities are stupid.
Oh wait
Agreed,
until you
agreed.
reach that point. Like
They
80
are.
years in the
All
future,
these
you're
guys
doing
that,
what you want and
all
stuff.
these people that commit suicide because they've overdosed and all that, they're idiots. They're stupid. It's natural selection.
No, you actually are heartless. You actually are heartless.
So,
But they're
so you're
stupid.
saying, so
How
you're
do
saying
you
you're-
have the
Sona's
world
getting
at your
exposed right now.
fingertips? You will never struggle. You will never struggle with money. Never. You will
There's
never
things that
have
money
a
doesn't
plight of
give you.
poor, and you go around snorting cocaine and die. What did you expect?
What
so
about
you're
like,
saying Hendrix is an idiot?
Yeah,
if you
he
have-
wasn't. No, he just
what if you have
puked
no one
and
to share it with?
in his own vomit.
what if you have no one
Oh.
to share that money with?
Oh, then yeah, you'll be a bit sad then, innit?
Exactly. Like,
Oh,
But
Yeah,
these
yeah,
people
yeah.
have money to share with.
because imagine walking into a penthouse. You have people. The only people there are the ones you've paid to be there. Some of your friends are only there for your money. It's a depressing thing, you know.
What about your family?
I mean, some people are reaching the age where their families will gone.
Oh,
Apart
then
from
that's-
their like the
Yeah,
newer
but if you're
family,
old, then I don't care
their
then, innit?
parents are dead.
Yeah, but if you're old, then oh well.
Oh,
Who wants
Salah,
to
you-
buy-
Everyone
we gotta
accepts
band
that.
together. Digestive is over. Sauna is over. Party. Let's do it.
No, but if you're old, then everyone loses their parents when they're old. Everyone loses their family. You're not
That's
something,
No, but-
something
Yeah,
special.
but you don't. They're
Like-
not dying because of their family. Like dying. They're dying because they have no one to talk to and share their money with. That isn't being paid to be there.
Okay, so then basically go out there anonymously and make a friend.
Hi,
Don't tell them who you are.
Be
Don't
my
tell them who
friend.
you are.
What about relationships? Relationships.
Yeah, do the same thing. Date anonymously. Don't tell them about your amazing wealth. See if they like you, about your personality. Then you'll know they really like you.
Well, you can just buy a prostitute. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's always easy too.
Money can buy. I mean, that's a different kind of happiness. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, that's
That's
another
kind of
level. It's a higher level. It's a higher level.
crazy ass happiness as well. I mean,
All right, cool. Are we? We've gone like. We've pulled in SCPs and gone way ahead.
Me and Sarabraj agree that money can buy happiness, though.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I
to a
think
certain
so too,
extent. If you know how to
though.
spend it, then.
Yeah.
If you know how to spend it.
Because you know trash TV, right?
The what?
Trash TV, like TV that's rubbish, like Kitchen
Oh.
Nightmares and like.
Oh,
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 controversial statement. Controversial statement.
It is though. Gordon Ramsay is a crap chef. Sorry, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know
He's a
why you
te-
want to work under him.
He's
just sat
dead. He's okay. Anyway, that's another episode, right?
Maybe a sandwich.
I was watching it, and basically, it was just this guy. It was just this cameraman following how really like poor people live in the UK, like how they struggle day to day, right? And they were like, one of the quotes stuck with me, and it was basically like, people say money doesn't buy you happiness, but those people don't need to put, don't struggle to put food in their kids' table, right? And I was like, I really get that. I really get that. There's people that say money doesn't buy happiness, have money. They have money. They can live. They can live happily because they have money.
Yeah, but there's a certain optimum point, isn't there? But you need a mixture of both, money and people. Like, if you have just people but no money, you're probably not gonna be very happy. And there's stories of people who are happy and they don't have much money, but they're able to live. Like in the poverty, they're just able to keep themselves, happy and stuff. Like, let's take a Christmas Carol, I guess. Bob, what's his name? Bob from A Christmas Carol. You remember that's just a kind of story. Like, you know how there's plenty of people that they don't have money but they're able to stay happy, and like they aren't able to always
Bob
eat and
Cratchit
stuff.
from Christmas Carol.
Yeah, Bob Cratchit, that's it.
Bob Cratchit, that's it. Bob Cratchit.
Oh my days!
Let's pull out Bob Cratchit. Let's pull out. Hey, what's your? How do you
Flashbacks of year 11? Oh my days!
analyze that piece of text for me? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So basically, Bob Cratchit. It calls the founder of the feast Scrooge, and it connotes that Scrooge has given Bob Cratchit wages in order to afford such luxury in the Christmas meal. Bang, there you go. 10 marks.
10 marks. Not even how much you get anything.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. But you can see how like there's people who don't even have money and they're still able to be happy. And on the other side, there's people with loads of money who aren't happy. So like there's clearly a mixture that you need.
And there's 100 other examples of the complete opposite.
Yeah, where they have money and are happy.
No, where they have no money and they're not happy, which is, much more likely in my opinion, and they have money and they're very happy, which is also much more likely in my opinion.
All right then.
The example that you gave is like 1 in 100.
I mean,
where
not
people
necessarily.
People have no money but they're still happy, and people that have money but aren't happy, that's like 1 in every 50 couples that you could name. I think there's a difference between being happy and being content.
Yeah,
like people who have like a menial job that just about get this and don't really think about much else but their life. If you gave them loads of money, they'd suddenly get a lot happier.
Well, yeah.
So there you go then.
But how long would it last?
It doesn't matter. You've just bought happiness.
I mean, yeah, you bought happiness temporarily, I guess.
You said it has to be permanent.
That is true. I mean, you can temporarily buy happiness.
Wouldn't you get sick of happiness eventually if it's too long?
I feel like you'd get sick of the money.
Like you get sick of the happiness. Yeah.
It's kind of like, now we're going to bring up heaven and how you're always happy in heaven and how that doesn't make sense.
That's because heaven and hell don't exist. So come on, Ibrahim. We're talking about real concepts here.
As I'm saying, we always manage to bridge off into a different thing.
This is the best thing ever. You know that.
I love this episode. You know what? We've gone so far. I think this might be a long one. Yeah.
Man. I wish I came from the start.
Suleiman's regretting not coming now.
You wish you came from what?
What?
You wish you came from what? I swear you said something.
I came from the start.
The star.
At the start, yeah.
The start.
Oh right. Yeah, this episode is actually. I think this episode might be my favorite episode that we've done so far.
You caught the best bit.
I know. Yeah, you did. I actually thought this would be the most boring subject, but it's actually been the baddest one so far.
And I haven't even gone halfway through the topic list. There's still so much we can talk about.
Yeah.
We need a part 2.
We've done part 2 so many of our topics.
Can we one day do an episode just focused on like cooking? And like Gordon Ramsay, that kind of cooking where it's on TV and that.
A little bit of seasoning.
Because I really want to crap all over Gordon Ramsay.
Well, we can do a show. We can do a bit where we review shows that everyone.
Yeah.
Review shows. Okay, cool.
Like we
Yeah,
just
alright.
talk on like kitchen nightmares or crime watch or something. Scared straight.
Oh,
My strange addiction.
Let's do last thoughts. Let's do last thoughts because I think this episode's way too long now.
All right, yeah. Wait,
Oh.
let's do the guest salad first. What's
What?
your last thought?
Money. It's a piece
I
of
like
shit.
money.
It's a piece of shit, but yet it gives you good pussy and good penis. So yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting.
I will say money is the root of all evil, but it's also what makes the world go around.
Interesting. I forgot what I was gonna say. I had a nice point lined up and I've forgotten it.
Money is gay.
Sworn as an idiot, I'm infallible. Thank you. This has been Infallible episode 8. Hopefully I got that right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
know what we should put? You know what we should put in the title?
What?
You know what we should put in the title? We should have like asterisk and it says, "Oh, warning, goes wrong, all that."
Oh no, I don't want to turn into that.
Do that. Goes wrong. Oh my days.
Money goes wrong.
Money goes wrong, yeah.
Yeah, asterisk brackets goes wrong, exclamation mark, all that.
Gone sexual. Because
Yeah. Sexual. I'm here now.
next time we can talk about EA. We still have to talk about EA and gambling and oh man, there's so much here. I've got a final quote actually.
Yeah, go on.
Why is it called a fine? It's not fine at all.
I'm gonna go now.